friends, my name is Shayla here, and today I'm here to talk to you about the releases on my radar. So this segment is going to be new to my channel for 2019, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the things I'm excited about in books, manga, and video games every month. I wanted to do this because I feel like too many dates change in the publishing world and in the video game world that I really wanted to give my viewers a chance to be up on everything that I'm excited about. So I'm going to go week by week in publishing. So basically I'm just going to start at the beginning of the month and go towards the end of the month. And that's how we're going to talk about each one of these. So let's first talk about January 1st. There are a couple volumes of manga that I am super excited about. The first one being The Water Dragon's Bride Volume 8. As you guys know, I've been loving this series. It was on one of my top reads of the year list. So definitely check out this one. I am really excited to keep going in this series. There's only a couple volumes left from what I understand. So the story is kind of working its way towards its close. And it just keeps getting so good. And I'm just loving it. And the second one is Tokyo Terroreba Girls Volume 4. Now, I have not started collecting this series yet or reading it, but this is one that is definitely on my radar. This is from the same creator as Princess Jellyfish, which again was one of my favorite mangas that I read this year. So I am really excited for this new series. This is dealing with like 30-year-old women trying to figure out life, and I just am really loving my foray into josei with this particular mangaka. Now we're going to move on to January 8th. The first one I'm going to mention here is Winter of the Witch by KATHERINE Arden. As you guys know, the Winter Night series is one of my favorite things lately, and I am so excited for this conclusion. We were supposed to get it in August of 2017, but it got pushed back to January. I was so sad when I found that out. Like, I wanted to die inside. So, yes. Definitely excited for that one. Next on this list is Last of Her Name. This is a Anastasia style retelling reimagining. As you guys know, I really like Anastasia. I tried Heart of Iron earlier this year. Didn't really get along with it that well. They did some things to the core story that I didn't like. If I treat it not as an Anastasia retelling, I quite like the book. So for me, the retelling, reimagining aspect didn't quite work for me. So I am really excited to try Last of Her Name because I think it's going to be brilliant. Next on this list is probably on everybody's list. This is The Wicked King by Holly Black. It's on my radar, but I'm not in a rush to buy it, as I was not as hype for The Cruel Prince as everybody else. I thought it was pretty overrated, actually. But I read a lot more fantasy and fae style stories than most people on BookTube. So that might have been why I didn't get along with it as well as others. But I am interested enough to try the next book. I might just check it out from my library, actually, and see how I feel about it. And then if I like it, then I'll purchase a copy. But it is on my radar. Next up is Kingdom of Copper, which is the sequel to City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty, I believe is how you say the name. But this is one that I, again, didn't really love as much as most people when it first published, but I did enjoy it enough that I am excited to see how the story continues. I do want to try book 2 because it was towards the latter part of the book that I felt like it was gaining a lot of momentum and storyline and plot, and I was really enjoying it. So I am excited to see where book 2 goes. The next two are actually from my friends over at Forever Romance. They're from their publishing house, but they are ones that I am excited for. The first one being Highland Renegade. Again, this is a Highlander style smutty romance. I really liked the other one I tried. This is a different author, so I am excited to give this one a try as well. And also Cowboy Brave, which is in the Longhorn Canyon series, which I read, I believe I read that during Tome Topple, even though I shouldn't have technically. I don't think I waited for 'Tis the Season-a-thon for that one. But I read the Christmas style book in this series, loved it. I'm excited for the character that Cowboy Brave is going to follow, so I'm definitely following up with that. All right, now we're going to move on to January 15th. So we have Now or Never, which is another reimagining that I'm excited for. The thing that I am most excited for this week is Sweetness and Lightning Volume 11. You guys know I love this story. This is about a widower and the relationship he has with his daughter after his wife has passed, and him learning how to cook and learning how to better care for her. So this is just a really sweet, really fun series, and I just adore it. The other one, I'm really excited about all of these. So the next one that I'm excited for this week is The Gilded Wolves by Roshani Chokshi. heist in Paris, like, sign me up, man. Just sign me up. I'm so excited. And then we also have Famous in a Small Town by Emma Mills. I really loved Foolish Hearts by Emma Mills. It was one of my favorite reads this year. And I am really excited for Famous in a Small Town. I grew up in a fairly small town, so I'll probably relate to quite a bit of it. So I am really ready for it. And the last one on this week is 96 Words for Love. I know this is going to have some good representation. I believe it's Indian. If it's not, I'll correct myself. But this has got some like retelling folklore for its area, and I am here for it. I am all about trying new things. All right, so we are now moving on to January 22nd. There are 2 volumes of manga that I want to talk about. Sacrificial Princess and the King of Beasts. Again, this is a series that I've been falling in love with this year. Volume 4 is publishing, and I am super here for it. I'm just here for it. Like, it is so good. Like, you guys know my love of Ancient Magus Bride. This gives me very, very similar vibes, but in a more digestible way for most people. So I'm way excited. The other volume of manga publishing that week is going to be Waiting for Spring Volume 10. You guys know my obsession with this series. I have a vlog talking about so much of it. You guys just know that Waiting for Spring is my jam. It is my stuff, and I am here for it. Like, as long as they continue to publish this series, I will buy it, I will eat it up and love it. But I think there's only a couple more volumes of this one too. I'm not 100% sure, but like some of my favorite shoujo style mangas are like wrapping up and I'm not ready for it. And then there's 2 books on this week as well. The first one being The Cold in Her Bones, which is a Medusa retelling / reimagining, which I am excited about. I think this isn't something we've really like seen in the retelling reimagining arena, so I'm excited for something different. And then also Circle of Shadows by EVELYN SKYE. I did not read her Crown's Game series at this point, but I am excited for the description on this one much more than that one. Now, January 25th, obviously in the video game world is one of the biggest ones being talked about right now for the PlayStation, and that is Kingdom Hearts 3. Now, I have not finished my playthrough of all of these, but it is on my radar. My husband will desperately want to pick it up and play it right away, and yeah, we are definitely excited for Kingdom Hearts 3. It's going to be wonderful. And we really love all the images we're seeing with it, so we are just excited. All right, so we are down to January 29th, which is the last week, essentially, for this particular video. These are, like I say, these are ones that are going to continue to show up monthly on my channel. So the first one we're going to talk about is A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmerer. This is a dark and twisty Beauty and the Beast retelling. April and I were talking about this today. We are both here for it. It's just going to be a good thing. The next one is actually a continuation of another smutty romance series from Forever Romance that I am here for, and that is Three Little Words. This is the next installment in the Bridesmaids Behaving Badly series. So again, I'm here for it. I really like the series. It's way fun. And then I've got 2 more on here. Another one is another smutty romance novel. This is The Way You Love Me by Miranda Liaison. I read a book from her earlier this year and loved it, so I'm excited for something new from her. And the last one is another obvious booktube favorite, and that is King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo. I've finished Siege and Storm. I am ready to start Ruin and Rising. I do plan on finishing it before the end of the year. I do have to say Nikolai was my favorite part of Siege and Storm, so I'm excited for a book all about Nikolai. And clearly stuff's going to happen to him in Ruin and Rising, and I'm a little sad about it, but we will see what happens, guys. So those are all of the releases on my radar for the month of January 2019. Let me know down in the comments below what you're excited for that's coming out in January. And again, if you're new here, hi, I'm Shay. Welcome. Thank you so much for checking out my channel. I would love it if you would subscribe and click the little bell icon so you know when to come hang out with me. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.